I'll probably add that in the beginning. I mean, afterward in post. So I don't know what, view you prefer. I got that one. I'm not really a big fan of. Kind of like more of the wide shot,
Yeah, I'm good
and
with it. Can't see my bed much
it gives
anymore.
room
So
to put, things down here, you know,
it's good stuff.
that kind of shit. So nothing fancy. You see what I do when I'm done, I'll download the video, and in my video editing thing, I'll cover up this StreamYard thing up here in the corner with my Boomer Bob showing.
Oh, you're sneaky.
That's
That's
what I
pretty
did for
cool.
that Mandela effect video I did with the wife.
Yeah,
Worked pretty good.
sweet.
I've been having a touch of kind of a cough here the last day or two, so I've been taking antibiotics.
No, that's good.
So yeah, so if I cough, I do apologize. I'm coming down with something, trying to beat it. And wife told me to drink a beer because it, I'm very tightly wound, and this, I guess, it helps me. I haven't had a beer in weeks, but
Yeah, take the edge off a little bit.
yeah, she says it makes me more funny, but I don't think it does. It just makes me give a shit less, I guess, or give less of a shit. So put my phone on mute because Derek's been blowing me up with dumb shit.
Oh, I should do that too. I've had my phone on mute for weeks ever since you told me to keep it on mute.
Yeah.
My mom's been bitching at me. You don't text me back. I'm like, oh, it's on mute, mom.
Yep.
And
I'm also gonna mute my damn sound effects too for right now. So I don't really have an intro, so I just kind of just wing it. I don't have a pre-written intro and all that good shit. So, excuse me so much. Oh fuck. I don't know if I can blow this up any. Probably not. I got bad eyes, and I'm trying to make it to where I'm, looking at the camera, but I have my nose. I've never done this before, so you'll have to just bear with me. There you go.
that's better. I didn't realize how
That
bad
lid
my hair
on.
was.
Put that lid. Oh, dude, I'm bald as fuck. Look,
Damn, son.
told you.
You look so much younger with the hat.
Well, I wear the hat because it's a distraction visually without it. So there that is. But okay. I got something that I wrote for the intro. It's kind of goofy. So I don't think I have any kind of Boomer Bob show intro on here. No. Not really. I think this is a long one.
This is Bob from Metal and Mortgages.
Our friend Bob sent us over a song. I feel compelled to play the whole thing.
Metal and Mortgages podcast by Boomer Bob. Boomer Bob's previous podcast was called Metals and Mortgages.
There's a guy named Bob from a podcast called Metal and Mortgages.
Shout out to Boomer Bob from Metal and Mortgages.
Bob wants to become his former awesome self from 20 years ago.
That robot from Metal and Mortgages called back again.
My friend Boomer Bob. Stop teasing him. Just ask him to come on already.
Bob said he's drinking and driving and texting right now. That's what I'm all about.
The Boomer Bob Show. Boomer Bob Show coming soon. Boomer Bob's podcast.
Hey, thanks to Bob.
Thank you very much, Bob. That was fun.
Boomer Bob tears me a new one. What do you got for me, Boomer Bob?
I'll tell you what I've got for you. One hell of an interview with my friend Brandon. That's right. BPD from the HHIG and curator of the PKC and the Place to Be podcasting with the Boomer BOB.
That's awesome.
So what's going on, Brandon? You have a show called the Hey, How's It Going show, and you put that on your, I guess, a media company of a sort called the Promises Kept Collective. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir. Yep, that's pretty cool. I do the Hey, How's It Going show. I'm Brandon Paul DeSorcy. I like the Brandon Paul DeSorcy. It's nice.
See, you got a real name. I got Boomer Bob. I keep asking my mom what the hell. Why's my middle name Bob? But whatever.
Well, so the deal with that is my name is my dad gave me his first name as my middle name,
Mhm.
his dad did the same with him, and his dad did the same with him. And so, like, I'm trying to figure out how good of a middle name Brandon is, and I don't think it is. So I'm just gonna not have kids.
What that spares you having any kind of guilt over naming them wrong. Anyway, I think you asked us that what's the worst name you could name your kids, and that one was difficult.
Yeah.
I just hate that I had to go to John Jamingo to get the answer for that because he really did nail it with the word Adolf. That was pretty bad.
John Jamingo.
I'm kind of thinking that maybe I've seen like these millennials naming their boys Braden and Braxton and it's no. Stop
I just
that.
interviewed a Braden.
The hell is a Braxton? That's
I don't know about
Tony.
Braxton.
Isn't there
but-
Tony Braxton or something who's a pop singer? Anyway,
I'm not familiar.
so some of these questions are for real. Some of them are not. It's for you to decide.
Okay.
Don't jump and answer right away if you think it's too weird, because I may have like pull the plug on it before you even get to answer, because I'm just being an asshole. So
Okay.
it's one thing I've gotten right in this life, and that's how to be an asshole. So what do you think about all these gays getting married? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. But all right. Being real though, how much Doug could a Doug dig if a Doug could dig Doug?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Like
these are the
Doug?
things. If I did drugs, that would actually make sense. But I'm with this lockdown we're on, my dealer's not returning my calls. It's
That's
just terrible.
crazy.
Yeah, I think he got that $1,200 Trump bucks and doesn't need my money right now.
Yeah.
So, what came first, the PKC or the HHIGS?
PKC. So PKC was started in 2014 as an independent record label, and we did cassettes with me and two other guys who I won't name.
Yeah. When you were operating, that was when you were living in Murfreesboro?
That was when I was in this very house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With two other people from the internet.
Sorry, I've got arms on my chair and they're annoying me right now.
I guess I'll name them, but we're not cool anymore. Their names are who started it. I started it with Joe Wallace from Illinois and Zach George from my same town, but we're not cool anymore.
That sucks. That's I used to have like a kind of an adage that I would tell people, and that's it. No, the quickest way to turn a friend into an enemy is to move in with them.
Yep.
It's you learn a lot about somebody when you have to share paying bills with them and cleaning the house and etiquette for having guests over and things like that. Like, my best friend would throw parties until 3:00 in the morning, and I had to get up at like 6:00 to go to work. So it just wasn't jiving with me. So
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but but he's an alcoholic, and I'm here with a podcast. No, it's not Dirty Derek. So okay, so where do you see your show in the short and the long term? Like, do you have any plans, short-term plans, long-term plans? I mean, is there any kind of a, not really an end game, but just somewhere where when you get there, you'll be like, yeah.
Short term, I guess, to keep doing it as I'm doing it, like for the release schedule, I release 2 times a week, Mondays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I guess to keep doing that, keep up with that, keep editing the show. Long term is to try and get some bigger guests, which I've been doing. I just had somebody on, goes by the artist.
Right?
Ralph Sutton, yeah, he was pretty big.
Yeah. He's a little tongue-in-cheek, I guess you would say, as far as guests go, but I didn't really watch that entire episode that you did with him, but I don't think he went into too many graphic details, did he, on your show? Like,
actually, that was pretty intense. We went into a lot of stuff. Some of it was rehashed from the the Small Town Mentality show, some of
Yeah,
it, but he did bring up some new information. So check it out. But I also had on a guest last Tuesday named Brendan Barry. He does a music project called Stay We Can Fly. Emo band, kind of out there emo stuff, but he's huge.
Yeah.
He got over 500,000 followers.
Oh wow.
When I did the show, he got like 40 people to watch my stream live.
That's live. That's not bad for an indie, man,
Yeah.
So that's cool, I've been watching. I never really realized that you had a set day that you released. I just thought you just when you had time, you reeled in a guest and threw him on camera with you, But you do it on both Facebook and YouTube, correct?
And Anchor.
And
Spotify. Google Podcast.
So you're audio now. Okay. I have not been in the loop, my friend, and I apologize. I've been busy here at the home front taking care of things. So
got to do what you got to do, man.
yeah, life gets in the way of having fun. It sucks. But so why do you podcast? Just kidding. Nobody cares why anybody podcasts. What type of guests do you go after for your show? Do you have a certain kind of guest, or you just, what, that guy looks interesting, or that chick, or that non-gender specific person looks interesting, I'm going to get him on my show? I mean, do you have a kind of a genre that you go for, or what?
As far as genre goes, like I do anybody who does anything media is how I like to say it. So musicians, podcasters, YouTubers, radio show hosts, authors for books, graphic artists, anything media.
Anything media, huh? What
That's
about like adult film?
I've had the thought, but I'm too like shy, so I haven't done it yet.
I think it would be really neat to get somebody who is in adult entertainment on your show and not discuss anything adult entertainment. You know what I mean?
That's been the goal.
Be a gentleman. Don't talk about anything adult, X-rated. Just be a total gentleman and you know what I mean? I think it'd be kind of neat to do that, just to see what they do. If they keep trying to steer the conversation into that, into the hard R or X-rated zone, it'd be interesting.
Yeah. So Dave from Membrane found me a guest. Can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's
Cam girl or something.
Yeah, Cam girl. And I talked to her, and I was like, I found out she does music, and I was like, oh, do you want to come on the show to talk about your music? And if you want, we can talk about the the camp stuff too. But I think I straight up told her, I was like, I don't know how I would do that. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So I'd like to stick to music.
It is a little weird when you have to take yourself out of your element, but I mean it also can make you grow. When you step out of your element, it can either fall on your face or you can fly with it. You don't know till you do it. So sometimes it's a good thing to do, go ahead and just do something you're not comfortable with. It can only make you better. You learn from it. So
yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. I was thinking about it the other day. I know this girl on Facebook who does a little, she sells content. I thought about having her on and talking about her love for music.
Can you explain what selling content is?
The nude. She sells nudes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm a boomer, and I'm married, a happily married man. So I do not go outside the marriage for any kind of excitement, I guess you'd say. So I don't need to. My wife does everything that I need. So she takes care of me there. So I'm not hip with what you youngins do these days for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally indulge in that stuff. I just know her because she's kind of a icon in the music scene. She just also happens to sell nudes.
Interesting.
So I thought about having her on and inviting her on the show.
What if you had a kid and that's what they did for a living? Would you support them or be like, hey?
That's a rough topic because you want them to be able to do what they want, but it'd have to definitely be, if anything, once you're 18, do what you want.
But you don't want them having a nicer house than you from that. Come on. That's going to happen eventually. You're going to go over there. Hey, hon, you need me to come over and, install that microwave for you? All right, I'll I'll come over there and take care. Holy shit! When did you get all this nice stuff, man? You need a roommate? I'm getting tired of your mom.
Yeah, I think if anything, I'd probably just teach him a way how to do it safely. Like, don't put too much of your information on the internet.
Yeah,
and-
that's very rough, man.
yeah,
That's right. I couldn't imagine if I found out that my daughter was doing that stuff. So
yeah,
and
it's
again,
not something I like
she
to think
probably
about.
is. I just don't know about it. I'm oblivious, and I like the ostrich effect. So what is the average time between when you invite somebody on the show and they come on the show? Like, have you had some that are like, yeah, I can do it in 30 minutes?
Yeah. I used to look for that before I did a lot more tailored questions.
Yeah.
There'd be some guests where I knew this one guy who's excuse me, he's a rapper, but he's really good with getting me rap guests. And for a while,
he only works around Christmas time because he raps. Oh, you mean he's
a
rap
musician?
artist. Okay,
yes.
my bad.
Yeah.
Boomer.
So all my rapper, musician guests, I came from him from one point, and I just hit him up, be like, "Hey, I need a guest," because somebody dropped out on me or whatever.
Mhm.
And he'd be like, "All right, I got you. 30 minutes. Hit me up." I'm like, "All right." And then in 30 minutes, I'd have a guest, and I just quickly kind of rewrite a couple of my questions. But now, like, I tailor a lot more to my questions. I still ask the stupid ones that I love to ask. Like, do you believe in ghosts, or what do you think about when you're alone in your car? I still ask those kind of questions. But due to some criticism I got about a month ago, I tailor a lot more of my questions now. So I need at least a day to beforehand to get a guest on the show. So anywhere from between a week to 2 days is the booking
Okay.
goes for me.
Well, now, do you have any aspirations of doing a show with a co-host, or are you a lone wolf in a wolf pack?
I've put the thought into it, like getting a guest co-host for some episodes. Like, I don't know about how I would work with a full-time co-host. I like the idea of trying it, but I also like the way my show goes now.
Yeah.
So I've kind of settled on a possible guest co-host idea, like maybe for some episodes.
I think it's one of those things too. Once you learn to do it by yourself, it's probably going to be really difficult to do it with somebody else. Because to me, the only way that a host co-host show works is if you have a good chemistry kind of thing going on, back and forth, and if you're used to doing it by yourself, it's and you haven't spent a lot of time with the other, with you. Like, if say me or Dave became your co-host, it would be kind of not the same as if it was one of your old longtime friends that you went to high school with or something,
Yeah.
All right. If you found a baby in the closet, would you name it Carlos and make it wear police sunglasses?
What? Where does that question come from?
Next question. Explain what it would feel like if you woke up and you go to the restroom for that morning piss and there's a tiger in the bathroom.
Explain what it would feel like?
You go in there, you're standing there in front of the toilet doing your bit, morning, and you look over and there's a friggin' tiger in there.
I'd probably jump a mile, but I don't know. I think realistically, if I just glanced over, I'd be like, I'm too tired for this shit, and just
Would
keep
you, like,
doing what I was doing.
turn and accidentally, like, pee on the floor while you're looking at it going, what the hell? All right, let's see. Would you ever consider wearing a satchel? It's kind of like a man purse around here.
Absolutely not. No.
So, but if you would you put Skittles in there?
I guess, yeah.
Have you ever bought roofies and slipped them into your friends' drinks?
No.
Damn it. How do you feel about ferns?
Ferns, like the plant?
Yeah.
Oh God, I know where this is going. I know exactly where this is going. You're asking all these questions because I look like his name.
All right, never mind. All right, now
I want to know the rest of them.
That's it. All right. So now this is just some basic trivia. There are kind of right answers, but there are wrong. There's right answers and wrong answers, but there's no one answer for each question. The answers can have a broad range. So sorry, my monitor's wanting to turn off over here. So there are 8 trivia questions. Okay. If you don't know the answer, just say, I really don't know. What is a badonkadonk?
A badonkadonk. I've heard that before. I don't know. It's some rap term or something.
It's a nice booty.
Oh,
Got that badonkadonk.
badonkadonk.
Yeah, that was a popular term in I would say the early to mid 2000s. You were
The
a
voluptuous
teenager or a
badonkadonk.
kid. Yep. So, why do black people love menthol cigarettes so much?
Specifically Newports.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's that crisp.
that is the right answer.
That I don't know, or the crisp freshness.
Exactly. Nobody knows. On the 70s TV show, Good Times, what did Mr. Bookman do for a living?
I've never seen the Good Times, but I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and say he was a bookkeeper.
Nope. He was a handyman. He was the maintenance guy for the apartment building.
Okay.
Yeah. Why did black people distrust Ronald Reagan? Remember, there's a broad range of right answers.
Because they didn't like him.
Hey, we'll take that. Yes. He was white. He was a Republican. He was trying to get their money. And yes, that's any of those are within the range of acceptable. Is pimping easy?
Pimping ain't never easy.
Well, we will accept that as a correct answer. What is a Lucy?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
Okay, it is a single cigarette that you buy from the guy up at the.
I should have known that.
Hanging out in front of the gas station.
I should have known that.
Okay, another mid 2000s or early 2000s question. What is a chicken head?
Chickenhead.
There was a song about it. Bark, bark, chicken, chicken, bark, bark, chicken head.
I don't know.
Once again, broad range of answers. It's a girl that you did bring home and wear out, or it's that crackhead chick to do anything for a nickel. That's a chicken head.
Okay, I'm learning shit.
How can black people rise up and overcome?
They need that reparations money.
Yeah, that is not an acceptable
I
answer.
don't know if they teach that in orphanages.
Oops, I screwed up my thing here. Way to go, Bob. That is not an acceptable answer. So I'm going to have to on that one. There's a broad range of answers for.
What was an acceptable answer?
How can black people rise up and overcome? Well, they can't. The system will always hold them down, no matter what. Or you could say, quit listening to or quit glorifying rap lyrics, or you could say, quit hurting each other. All these different things.
Yeah,
I'm not creating those answers. I actually pulled those answers from another show. All right. Well, I think that completes that was I actually stole all those. That was from a Dave Chappelle bit called "I Know Black People."
Okay.
So where he had a game show where he asked a bunch of people those same questions. It's much more entertaining, of course, because he's Dave Chappelle and etc.
I never
Right.
thought that guy was funny. I've tried and listened to it. I've tried and listened to his stuff, but I just can't get into it.
It's his presentation of the material for me. That's what does it. Even more so than the material itself. So, like, he doesn't cringe when he talks about things that where you or I might feel a little uneasy about it because it's racial or it's whatever. You know, he just doesn't cringe. He just like it's normal, you know, Thanksgiving dinner table discussion for him. So, all right, we're out of the goofy shit now. So, do you have a view on climate change? Brandon, did you freeze? And Brandon froze. Go figure. Do 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 ba do ba do ba do ba do. To shave.
Damn internet.
That's all right. Shit happens. At least it happened kind of in between, you know,
Yeah.
in between questions. So
Good editing point.
yeah. All right, back to the questions, and these are not as goofy, I hope. Okay, so do you have a view on climate change?
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely think it's real. I don't think like other people out there think it's a conspiracy, but I don't know that. Um, I don't know what I think about it. I definitely, I don't think that the world's gonna end in 12 years like AOC thinks it says it is.
Right.
I definitely do think it will get bad if we don't do anything about it. But 12 years, I don't think that's the truth.
Agreed. Agreed 100%. I think that we do have an effect. I just don't think that paying carbon credit taxes is the answer.
No, it's just a way to get your money.
Exactly. Okay. Now this one, you can go as shallow or as deep as you like. What is the meaning of life?
So that's one I don't like to think about, but I will answer it. I give you something because it freaks me out. I do believe in a God, and I don't like follow Christianity or anything. I just think there's something out there looking out for me.
Sure.
Because I've had too many situations where it doesn't make sense that it's a coincidence.
When you're not small-minded enough to believe that you're the only thing on the planet, like in the universe, we are the only.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that we're the only thing out there, and there could be something else. I don't know, but
I think that we're too dumb for there not to be somebody else in charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess that's the best I can answer that.
Yeah, that's fine. Are all Australians total fucking assholes, or are they just misunderstood?
I don't know. I think the Australia we know is pretty cool, but I know two
You don't have
Australians.
the brown nose. This ain't his show, and this ain't on the WREU. You can say whatever you want.
I like his wife.
I don't know if you read the Discord earlier. He's been dogging you pretty rough.
Yeah, I don't know. He likes to troll, I guess.
He's blaming you for everything right now.
Really?
Well, he's saying that you're not out there promoting enough, and you're not sharing shows, and you're not out there handling Twitter and everything else, and Facebook, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's nice because when it's awesome because when I didn't get any recognition as soon as I stopped.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot easier to throw blame than it is to throw praise.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know. I don't have any hate towards that person. I do towards one, but I won't name them.
So you're going with they're just misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Which do you imagine tastes better, koala meat or kangaroo?
I I've heard kangaroo is pretty tough.
Yeah, because they're real like muscular. So and I think that muscle meat doesn't have a lot of fat, so it's probably not very good.
Yeah,
I don't know what they eat though. I mean, wouldn't you think that'd be based on what they eat? I know koalas like to eat like eucalyptus leaves and get drunk and shit on them.
you can get drunk off eucalyptus leaves.
They do. They get drunk and fall out of the tree.
Really?
So yeah. Oh, let's
That's
see.
crazy.
If you could spend $35,000 on a new car, what would it be?
35,000
On a new car. You can't go buy a used one. Like truck, van, SUV.
A truck, probably be some Chevy. If I can get a $35,000 brand new Chevy, truck, it'd be a Chevy
Silverado.
Yeah, Z71.
Yeah, because if you wanted that GMC Sierra, you're looking at about 10 grand more for the same truck. For some reason, I used to think that GMC meant generic made Chevrolet, but apparently I was wrong about that one. What would be just a dream vacation for you?
Spending it at home working on my show.
Really?
Yes.
You do that anyway.
Yes.
So right now you're on your dream vacation.
Yes.
Lucky
It's
man.
been a great quarantine so far. Not working? Are you kidding me? Dude, I've been living the life.
Yeah, but you're also everything that you don't do today, you're going to have to do tomorrow.
Yeah, of course.
I'm saying with life. I don't mean like taking the trash out. I mean with life. You're just hitting the pause button on some shit. And let me tell you, my friend, the older you get, the more difficult it gets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it gets exponentially difficult to walk uphill when you get older. So go ahead and do it now so you can hit that peak before you get too old and start having it a little bit easier. Advice from a boomer. Do you have any phobias? Besides the smoke alarm one, which I think is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's
fire alarms. I'm sorry.
Fire alarm. Yeah, that's my only phobia, which I think is called phonophobia.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a direct one for fire alarms, but yeah, I believe my fire alarm fear falls under phonophobia.
Interesting. I've never heard of it before, but that's when you first told me about it, I was like, that's weird because your dad's a fireman.
I was a fireman too. And it got a little bit better when I was a fireman. But it's still like I can't be alone in a room with one.
Well, if you're like right now we're podcasting and you hear one go off in your house, do you like freak out and get still, or do you try to find it and beat the shit out of it?
So smoke alarms, they're not quite the same as a commercial fire alarm.
Right.
It's really commercial fire alarms, but smoke alarms will get me too. Like if I had one in my room and it went off, I'd freak out.
Yeah, it's got that beeping noise. Beep, beep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same as like a high pitched.
No, I know. Yeah, I work in apartments, and believe me, I've heard them. They occasionally come in and test the damn test them out, make sure that they're all working. Some of them have the strobe lights in the unit, I guess, for the hearing impaired. It's like,
yeah,
shit, man.
I hate those things.
I'll be painting, and that it'll go off, and it'll scare the crap out of me.
Yeah, I mean, that's what my dad makes the argument. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to scare you. I'm like, yeah, well, it doesn't scare me like it scares other people. It terrifies me. Like,
it's supposed to be more of a call to action. Get up and evacuate. Not.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that effect on you. It has a different effect.
Yeah, it freaks me the fuck out. Like, I'll get angry, and I've actually punched one before and broke it.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, my buddy was cooking in his house, and it was a regular smoke detector, but it went off like when I was directly under it, and I like Superman jumped and punched it and broke it.
Did you remind him that the smoke alarm is not a timer?
Yeah.
For when you're cooking. Let's see. What would be your dream job?
When I was a kid, it always was going to be an engineer for like a train, like driving trains.
Oh yeah.
But
conductor kind of thing. Yeah.
I think nowadays it'd probably be something to do with radio.
Yeah. Radio's dying, man. I can when I turn on terrestrial radio, I notice it's like a snooze fest. It's just nothing excites me.
Oh, radio's terrible now, dude. Like
horrible.
since it's gone corporate and there's so many commercials, I don't even listen to radio anymore.
I'm waiting for terrestrial radio to just start playing podcasts. Honestly, just as I think that's the next step for it, because where it's at is absolute garbage. I don't know why they have an office here with 2 microphones, 3 microphones in it, and they have somebody at the front desk and all this crap, and they have a full crew, a morning crew, an afternoon crew, evening crew, and night crew. Why? What do you? All right, coming up next, 5 Finger Death Punches, same song you heard 40 minutes ago. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? They covered another great song from the 1970s, and it sounds just like it, but
Blue
cooler
on
and
Black.
growlier.
I like
Blue
that
on
Blue on
Black.
Black. I like that song though. I do. The new one.
It's just, I would like their music if he would have an original song where he didn't start talking like this and he gets angry and you know what I mean? He does that in every song. I'm going insane. I'm crazy. I can't take it no more. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? You're a heroin junkie and you don't have a real job. What is your problem?
Get a real job.
Your job is to get on stage and just jump around for an hour and then leave and collect $30,000. What's the problem? I don't get all these rock stars that have made millions of dollars living their dream life, and their album, every song that they put out is all my life, help me, I'm falling and somebody save me. Shut the front door, man.
Yeah.
Who cares? Stupid. All right. You win $4 million in the lottery. What are the first 3 things that you do? Like, you've got the ticket in your hand and you've verified, you've checked it 15 times to yourself. $4 million. What are the first 3 things you do? I don't mean like buy a house, buy a car, get a mail order bride. I'm talking like, do you tell anybody? Do you get a lawyer? Do you go take a huge dump or empty your underwear because you just crapped your pants? What do you do? The first three things you do. You're in your room right now and you find out you won $4 million on a lotto ticket, scratch off or otherwise. What are the first 3 things you do?
Probably immediately cash it so I can avoid any sort of like callback
Risk.
Yeah, like losing it. Then I think realistically I'd wait like for the cash to clear in my bank account.
Would you? Well, they're going to tax all of it. You probably walk away with $2.1 million, something like that, 2.3, whatever. But I mean, when you walk out of the room, do you be like, "Hey, Ma, Dad, check it out"?
Yeah.
Or do you just be like, "Hey, guys, I'll be back in about an hour. I gotta go up here. I gotta drive to
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely tell my family.
I gotta go drive to Cranston."
And close friends, like make it the world to the known to the world and shit. I think they do that automatically when there's a winner, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, I just won the fucking lottery.
Well, they don't really announce the $4 million winners. I mean, they'll announce the big, Powerball ones, but they don't announce the $4 million. I mean, it's public record, but they don't like put it front page newspaper. You're not on the nightly news that you just won $4 million. So you really, I'm sure that there are some lawyers and investment assholes and basically vultures who comb the public records of who just won the lottery so that they can annoy the fuck out of you. I think the first 3 things I would do is, number 1, break my cell phone. Smash it. Because I don't want anybody knowing I won anything. I mean, of course, I'm going to tell my wife, but I'm going to break my phone and hers both. Then I'm going to get on the internet without my phone, and I'm going to look up where the hell I have to take my ticket to get my money. And then I'm going to probably disappear.
with 4 million, like that's not a
Well, I
lot.
mean, you're not going to get the whole 4 million. That's just the number that you won. They're going to take, taxes out. They're going to take state taxes. They're going to take federal taxes, all that out of it.
Of
So you're
course,
looking
yeah.
at maybe if you get 2 of that million, you're lucky, but so, and then there's probably lotto fees on top of that. So, yeah. All right. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Like you can live anywhere. I mean, you have to pay rent or pay a mortgage, but it's reasonable enough where you could live there, making decent money.
I think I'd choose honestly where I'm at. Just like close to where I'm at here. If I could buy this house,
so that's home for you.
Yeah, if I could buy this house that my parents own, like that's ideally what I would do.
What if you could buy like the neighbor's house if it was cool? You know what I mean? Like, would you buy your neighbor's house and live next door to your parents?
I do have a next door neighbor. They're rich and they have a lot of cool cars. They're literally right next door to me.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cool cars, and he's got, I don't know, he owns a company or something. He's got a real nice house. But I think I'd prefer this house over that house.
We call that living beyond your means. I know because I do it. All right. If Taylor Swift was drowning in a pool and you were the only one that could save her, what kind of pizza would you order?
Chicken bacon ranch.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that at?
Everywhere. Most places will do it.
Really?
Yeah,
it's like a Domino's, Papa John's kind of thing, or
yeah, like you can even order it, like just make your own pizza, chicken bacon ranch. Like about in 2014, it was kind of unheard of. Most places would be like, "What the hell is that?" And I'd be like, just chicken, bacon, and ranch dressing as the sauce. But like now, it's becoming like I take the claim for this because I've gone to so many pizza places and asked for it that a lot of the pizza places have actually put it on their menu.
Huh. Interesting.
Like I don't like it's obviously way more known than me, but
all right.
I'd like to think it's me doing it because I've done it in Tennessee and Rhode Island.
So the ranch dressing is just like a side dip.
Well, if you do it right, it's the sauce of the pizza.
Oh no. That's just too weird for me. Then again,
but some places don't do that. Some places just have like no sauce on the pizza, chicken and bacon, which is the wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
But in just like a side ranch dip. But it's really good. I recommend it. But I know some people just don't like the white ranch because it looks like something else to
them. When it comes to relationships, do you have that one that got away?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
How old were you?
20. How old am I now? 26? I was 20, 25, 24.
Oh, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, just like 2 years ago.
Wow. Was that in Murfreesboro or?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. That's sad.
Yeah, she moved down from Rhode Island.
Wonder. Yeah.
She moved down from Rhode Island to live with me in Murfreesboro. And I fucked it all up.
Can't always blame yourself, dude. You know what I'm saying?
It was a mix of me and her, but I was in a dark place.
Take two to tango, so
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to tango. I can imagine.
Yeah, we dated for 3 years.
But 3 years, wow.
Yeah,
that's kind of I think at your age, I had been with somebody for a while, so I'd also been with a lot of others for not very long either, like a couple hours. Anyway, all right, where were we? All right, now I've got 10 yes or no questions.
Okay.
You understand this? You're only yes or no. Any other answer, and you're gonna get the old. All right.
Okay.
All right. Do you like smoothies?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that was a test question. I'm making sure you're listening. All right. Pizza or tacos?
Yes.
Yes. God, I was ready to smash that little ant button, but you nailed it. My wife got it wrong. Good one, man. Was 9/11 an inside job?
Yes.
COVID-19, did it come from a lab in Wuhan?
No.
Was Michelle Obama born a man?
No.
Did Epstein kill himself?
Yes. No. No.
Oh, you're not under oath, so you can say whatever you like, whatever you feel. Are humans the only intelligent life form that exists anywhere?
No.
I like that answer. Has CERN already thrown us into an alternate reality?
Yes.
Do you know what CERN is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, my wife said yes too, and I'm like, I don't know. I kind of remember my name being Rob, but now I'm Bob. So maybe they did throw us through a black hole, and here we are, and now my name's Bob. That's so crazy. Will Keeping Up with the Kardashians ever film a final episode?
No.
I know, right? God, please. Can you understand anything that happens on the podcast We Are Assholes?
No.
No, me neither. What's the point? Oh, I release every week. I'm consistent. Blah, 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 blah. I don't understand it. Now, of course, it's natural for me to put down things that I don't understand because it's probably the IQ level required to understand it is beyond my reach. So it sucks. So that kind of puts an end to my question. So, I mean, I'm open. I got time. So, man, you want to discuss anything that I didn't go over? Is there something you was wishing I would ask, or do you want to talk about? I'm right here, man, ready to go.
Well, man, I'm good talking about anything. I've been having a great, fantastic time so far. I want to thank you so much for letting me come on your show.
Let me ask you this. First of all, more than welcome. Anytime. I could do this more than once. Do you have one go-to smoothie mix, or do you kind of change it up? Like morning to night kind of mix?
No, pretty much a go-to. Whatever I have on hand, basically. So, like, if I only have apples and clementines, is that what they're called? The little oranges?
Yeah, the little bitty oranges, yeah.
If that's all, like, that's not my ideal mix because it's a very thick, very fibery solution.
Pulpy.
Yeah, very. It's not my favorite, but it's like it's what I can deal with.
Do you like orange juice with the pulp or without the pulp?
Doesn't matter to me as long as it's not super thick.
Yeah, I like pulp, but not overabundance of pulp.
Yeah, like we're using clementines and oranges and smoothies. You get all that like extra fiber material stuck in it. You're just swallowing, and you feel like you got to chew it. It's not ideal.
Do you guys get your produce from like a local like a farmer's market produce stand, or do you get it from the grocery store?
Grocery store.
Yeah.
So I normally buy bananas, like frozen, frozen chopped up berries and stuff.
Yeah.
And they sell in the bags.
Yeah.
I usually buy those.
Yeah, Costco has them like in giant bags.
Yeah, that's what I buy.
They look really good. Yeah.
And use that ideally. That's what this is a frozen mix of bananas and blueberries and raspberries and stuff.
And you put anything else in there besides the fruit?
Coffee and yogurt.
Like grounds or like brewed coffee?
Brewed coffee.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even drink coffee, so I'm an idiot.
Well, I drink like 12 cups a day.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Do you ever do you do like a light roast, medium roast, or dark roast?
I like it dark.
I bet you do. No, dark roast has the least caffeine, so that's a good thing.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll switch to light roast then.
The darker the roast, it burns off more of the caffeine.
That sucks.
Google that shit.
I just like it
My
strong.
wife told me that. I don't drink coffee, so.
I thought dark roast was strong coffee, so I am wrong.
It is, but it tastes that way because of the burn on the bean or the roast that's on the bean. But there's less caffeine. There's less caffeine in it. But it does, yeah, it tastes more strong and it has, more bitterness to it, I guess. So I'm a tea drinker myself. I drink tea, hot tea, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, my mom for Christmas got me a big 64-ounce container thermos, and that's what I put my cold coffee in. I don't drink hot coffee.
Yeah, Oh, cold coffee. I never thought of drinking cold coffee, but I tried coffee when I was 15, and it was the instant coffee. So I know that's a bad thing to judge, but it just wasn't my thing. I tried to dummy it up with milk and cream and sugar and whatever. And no,
I have a story about instant coffee.
or
So when I first started making coffee back in Murfreesboro, about a year ago, a year ago, I went to Kroger and I bought some coffee in a jar. I was like, I've never seen it in a jar before.
Senko,
Yep. So I
Nescafe.
didn't know what I was doing. I thought I bought instant coffee. I didn't know what it was. It looked
right.
like coffee grounds to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, this is coffee. That's what I'll do.
Right.
I brought it home. I put it in the filter. I put it in the thing, made a pot of coffee. And I looked at the filter and I was like, where did all the coffee go? And I was like, what am I doing something wrong here? Is it like in the coffee? So I poured it out. So I thought it was like full of coffee grounds. So it got filtered out somehow. And I did it like 3 more times. And then I was like, I called my mom and asked her what I was doing wrong. And said, what'd you buy? It's just instant coffee. And she's like, oh, that's different than coffee grounds.
Yeah, you got to put that in the water and stir it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my first time making coffee. I was like,
I'm kind of interested. I mean, I'm getting a little old to go adding new things like this, like coffee to my diet. But I've thought about, I should try coffee, man. Maybe it'll do me some good in the morning. Get a little caffeine jolt. Get me up a little bit, give me a little pep, whatever. Give me something to hang out and enjoy with the wife. Everybody talks. Yeah, let's have a cup of coffee. Oh, I can't do that, so I feel left out. So, but I don't want to go through that. Having to add cream. No, now it tastes like shit. Now I add a little less cream and add a little sugar. I don't want to go through that, having to find that mix. Everybody my age already knows what they take in their coffee. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I feel like I'm like a 8-year-old having to learn what I like in my coffee. So
Well,
I just don't want to go through that.
The thing about coffee is like it raises your metabolism too. So it helps you lose weight.
Well, I think caffeine does that, doesn't it? Because it's also it stimulates digestion.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to talk about this fucking coronavirus. I'm trying to avoid talking about that. So
Too late. You already brought it up.
oh, I'm just saying that's why I'm not going there.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it either. It's stupid. I think it's dumb.
Like off today, my property has been lax about letting me know when the apartments have moved out and turned in their keys, and that's kind of their job. I shouldn't have to go to them and be like, "Hey, do you got keys for these units?" Supposed to do them today. No, they're supposed to tell me, do their diligence, and say, "Hey, Bob, these are out. Go ahead and paint them." And they're not doing that right now. And I've even lodged a grievance last week with the manager about it. And anyway, it obviously did no good because they're still not fucking telling me.
That's crazy.
Sucks.
So,
Alrighty, well,
audio equipment. What's your favorite piece of equipment?
For podcasting or otherwise?
I guess podcasting.
For podcasting, it's the Rodecaster Pro. It'll make any mic sound like $1 million, and it has its limitations. I'll see if I can show it to you. No, I can't. It's my mixer that's over here. Sorry. It just kind of does just about everything. I mean, I've heard people, use it they'll run like karaoke track through it and sing through it, and it sounds pretty good for karaoke. I mean, I wouldn't put an album out with it, it does have its limitations, but it's one of those things that the way they built it, they can fix a lot of problems with just with updates on it. They just added a bunch of things to it. I think next update they're probably going to add like an EQ where you can EQ each channel, like individual frequencies.
That's pretty cool.
Which would be nice. That would be nice. That's one thing that it does lack, but that's what's great about it. You know, I bought this thing a year and 2-3 months ago, and it's grown into a whole new machine since I've bought it, just because of updates, you know, firmware updates. So
That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to get one of those someday. Right now, I think $600 is about in my price range. It
yeah, if
But
you
I
watch
do.
for those like 20% off coupons from like Guitar Center or something, that right there takes off $100. Actually, it takes off 120.
Yeah.
So
So, I mean, I have an Alesis Multimix 8 USB FX mixer,
yeah,
and it's beautiful. I mean, it's cheap. It's $150. I started out with the Multimix 4, which I got for $99,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't enough. It didn't have all the features this one has. Um, like I can while I'm recording cassettes, most of my mixer is disabled, but I can still use because it's got the USB mix for mix and monitor. I can still use my one computer with it and
Okay.
still do like my daily listening to YouTube and podcasts just without affecting the cassettes.
Oh wow.
And I don't know that I'd be able to do that on a Roadcaster, to be honest with you.
Probably not. Probably not, because everything would run through the USB channel. As far as whatever's connected to your computer, I guess if you got creative with the routing, it doesn't. It has a 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch input jack, and it also has Bluetooth input as well. But the connections for the 4 microphone channels are only XLR. They're not a multi. They don't have a 1/4 inch jack in the middle.
Yeah.
So you're
like
limited.
I use one XLR in my setup, and I use the rest are all 1/4 inch. So on this mixer, I think you've seen it. There's 4 XLRs, which are all phantom power,
Yeah.
on and off, and then each XLR has a 1/4 inch.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this thing has like a phantom power switch for each channel. It's in a touchscreen. You just go to each channel via touchscreen, and then you can turn the phantom power on and off with a little touch.
That's
on
neat.
each mic channel. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And like I said, I've watched it evolve in the last year just with updates. They keep adding stuff to it. You know, Doug mentions that he hates he has issues with it, but I don't think he's found anything to replace it yet. So when he bought his, he was watching my videos on my YouTube channel about it, and hit me up and asked me about it. And I'm like, it's not a be all end all. If you're looking for something to live stream, you need to do your diligence and research like hell, because it is not the be all end all. It has its drawbacks. You just need to find out if its drawbacks are acceptable for what you're going to be doing with it,
Yeah.
So
I think this mixer for me works really well. It's been able to do everything I needed to do. I've got every channel and even more than that in use, and that's all I need. Apparently is 8 channels. But I like the 2-track features. I like how you can record directly to a cassette, anything, and I have my record player feed into it, and this is the best audio setup I've ever had.
that's awesome. And you got your little monitors coming out of it, right? You got
I got my Sterling
monitor
audio
out going to your
I've got Sterling audio. What are those 3-inch subs? They're nice. They're nice little tiny speakers. They work.
I need to get off my ass and put mine. They're back there. I got
the Rockets.
I got the 5-inch on top of my stereo speakers back there, just because I don't have anywhere else to put them. I have one over here and one on the other side.
If I had the money, I'd buy those off you.
I think those are Alesis, and then I have the Rockets. Yeah, it's a hell of a deal, because I think they're I want to say $239, $249 a piece right now, and I'm going to ask $250 for this set, and I got brand new boxes, the cables and everything that came with them, and all the manuals and crap. But anyway,
one's powered, one's not, right? Were they both powered?
They're both powered. They're both powered. I think they have an XLR on the back and a balanced 1/4 inch. So you can do either or. The smaller ones, they're only balanced 1/4 inch. They don't do XLR, to my knowledge. I forget though. because what I was doing before I had the mixer stuff on my Mac is I had bought a 1/4-inch stereo eighth inch or 3.5 millimeter tip ring sleeve that went out to 2 XLRs.
Really?
And I plugged one XLR into each of those small monitors, and or no, I think I did it to the KRKs because the other ones don't have. I'm trying to remember. I also used the KRKs with the Audio Technica LP 120 turntable.
Yep.
There, the black one, and because it has a line level output that you can just run it directly to powered speakers, and it sounds great. It doesn't sound as good as going through these damn speakers. But anyway, yeah, I need to just get rid of them. I've got JBL 8-inch on each side here and I don't even have them connected right now. I don't use them that often because I'm not doing very much music anymore. So just not interested, man. I'm kind of bored with it. So
I'm going to show you something. Don't say anything about it.
all right, I won't.
But I'm going to show you something.
It's upside down. Or no, oh no, it ain't.
What if I turn this off?
Did you color it like with a marker?
No, this is printed on ink. And
Wow, where did you
paper.
put that done it? Did you get another printer? Or do you
So you know who designed it? The
Crom?
the client designed it.
Yeah.
And it's the J card is printed on regular like
You know who gave him that template for that J card?
you did.
Thank you.
But-
That's kind of funny. We're all pulling together for this.
It's standard cardboard stock, just like a regular cassette would be.
Oh wow. Where did you get that at?
So I have a you know that trans person I interviewed, the
Yes.
so she did the work, she did the art, and I printed out the labels, which I'm not supposed to show you this, but this probably won't come out for a while. So.
I won't have to put it on the. Oh wow, that looks pretty cool. So did your tapes come untabbed?
Some were tabbed and some weren't. Like these, I have tape on them, so these weren't
Wow.
tabbed. But I have one that I just put away that was tabbed. It depends on what their stock is.
Those are looking pretty good, man. I'm impressed.
I do good work. Thank you. And this is what it looks like.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is definitely gonna be edited out. That looks really good, dude. That is definitely gonna be edited out. But you know how they were gonna give away $100 to one of their patrons?
Yeah.
Just to see what they would do with it.
Yeah.
I messaged Doug, and this has to be kept between me and you. Trust me.
I won't say nothing.
I told him that I'm not saying to rig it, but if I won the $100, I want to use that $100 to buy all of the available cassettes. If I have to add money, then I will. So I get all of the. I know that you'll have a couple or one or two, and then Anthony's going to get whatever, and then Doug's going to get one. But I want the rest of them, and then I'm going to try to mark them up and sell them for a higher price. The other thing I thought about doing is if I get them, is ripping them back to my computer, in which I would just ask you for the MP3, so I don't have to bother with that, and burning them off to compact discs and offering a compact disc version. Just to be an asshole, just to fucking keep the troll going even further. So that's that. I don't. But if that takes place, you have to know that it was rigged. So I'm not saying he's gonna do it. Doug did message me back and say that would be fucking funny. Is what it was his exact words. But we'll see.
Keep me in the loop because I do want a few people to definitely get a version of this. But so if that happens, let me know because I'll definitely reroute a few myself because I definitely want one person I know to get it.
Well, I'm not gonna mark them. I don't know what they were gonna charge for the tapes, like $8 or $10, whatever.
Yeah, even that's I think too high. I used to sell my cassettes for $5 plus shipping.
Well, they're gonna probably have 5 into the tapes, right? A piece with the ink and the paper and everything else and the mailing. You're gonna have to mail them to them, and
in total they'll end up. They've paid $81 for the tapes, $15 for the cards.
So that's $4 a piece.
And then I don't know what shipping will be, but I didn't charge them for
Yeah, they're
recording.
gonna have $5 or $6 into each tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean they're gonna need to get a minimum, 10 per tape just to make it even worth their while. So, like I said, I want to buy all of them just to have fun, just to keep it going, keep the joke going, perpetuate it, and just to make everybody go motherfucker. That's what I want. I want that motherfucker effect. So
yeah, that'd be funny.
All right. Well, if it's all right with you, man, I'm going to go ahead and read my little exit here, and of course, I'm going to edit all that out. So don't worry, I won't share what you shared with me, and I appreciate you getting that. That was cool, man. You've done well with those.
Just make sure you don't let Doug know about it, that you've seen that. I wasn't supposed to show anybody that.
I don't talk to Doug unless it's I don't waste his time, because I know Doug doesn't give a fuck about anything. So
yeah, I'm finding that out myself
anyway. Yeah. So
all right, cool. So
I'm going to do my little exit, if that's all right.
All right. Well, before you do that, thanks for letting me come on your show, man. It's been a wonderful time.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brandon, for coming on and sitting down with me and letting us in. Catch Brandon in the Hey, How's It Going show on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter via the Promises Kept Collective. Do you have any at Promises Kept, or what's your
so Facebook is facebook.com/Promises Kept Collective. Twitter is Promises Kept COL. Instagram is Promises Kept Collective. For the Hey, How's It Going show, Twitter is PKC HHGIS.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, that's rough. What do you mean?
I said that's a rough one. That PKC HHGIS is like, just sunk my battleship.
Yeah, it's hard to say. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can email us at promiseskeptcollective@gmail.com.
Rock on. Catch me on MySpace, Vine, and Google+. Till next time, this is Boomer Bob telling y'all to get off my lawn. All right, bud. I'll maybe catch you in Discord, all right, bud?
All right. Thank you.
Bud.